Alright guys, welcome back to Pokemon Soul Silver. In the last episode, we went ahead and we took care of the route south of Violet City and the Union Cave. If you look at my Pokemon, I actually got a Careful Nature on my Totodile, which is going to, that's actually going to raise special defense and lower special attack. Not too bad, and of course on my Flaffy I got a Mild Nature. I was incorrect, but it actually boosts special attack, but lowers defense. Anyway, let's keep going here. And it's a Team Rocket Grunt, and he says we broke up a while ago. He's pursuing Giovanni's ambition. And then he's going to shove this guy out of the way and block that. We'll worry about that later. Right now we want to go into the Pokemon Center and go ahead and heal. I will be adding a new team member, hopefully by this video. I think it's going to happen. Anyway, where are you guys from? You guys can just leave comments. Be respectful and kind in the community. As a YouTube broadcaster, comments can get taken down if they're too harsh. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, what you want to do in Azalea Town, there's actually not much to do here. But you want to go into this house, and this is Uncle Kurt, and he talks about apricorns. He says that Team Rocket was disbanded 3 years ago by a guy named Red. And he says, oh, Uncle Kurt's on the way. And now that little area, the well, will not be blocked by that Team Rocket Grunt, so we can actually head down. This is the required part of the game. You're going to meet an executive down here. I think his name is Proton. Anyway, Kurt has nothing to... Oh, I always do that. Anyway, let's keep going here. This is the Slowpoke well. Like I said, it's a well. And we're going to continue along, so we're going to go ahead and battle this guy right here. And, talks about standing guard, and he's angry. And he wants to take it out on me. Well, let's see what he's got for us. I guess any Pokemon up to this point will be pretty weak overall. But the Pokemon do start getting a bit stronger after probably Bugsy. At least the gym leader. The third gym leader is actually somewhat of a challenge. I actually have a plan for the third gym leader, so I think I'll be okay in that regard, but we'll get more into that gym leader in a later video. Anyway, he says it's not his day, and we went ahead and we got some money. We're going to pick up this item. This is the Super Potion. And there's actually a hidden item in here. I'll show you guys where it's at. Actually, I did miss something in the last video. We need to go ahead and get the old rod from the Pokemon Center right before the Union Cave. If you talk to that fisherman in the Pokemon Center, he will go ahead and he'll give you the old rod. And that can be used to catch Magikarps, but it was not too important for me, but I will be going back to get all the rods, or at least the old rod, the good rod, and the super rod, and maybe in later videos I'll just cover all of the main items. Anyway, I just got intimidated from the seconds, and then he goes for a leer. I'm still thinking my attack is not too bad. I thought he'd flinch there, but anyway. We're going to continue along here. There's actually a hidden item, like I said, right down here. And we are almost to, I think his name is Proton. He's an executive of Team Rocket. I did not spray a repellent here. I think I'm just going to fight this Zubat real quick. He's not going to be a tough fight. And guys, maybe you should fight some of the wild battles just for as much experience as you can get. Because like I said, my Totodile is going to evolve in one level. I had mentioned that my Totodile was close to evolution in the last video. But we're going to go ahead and fight this last Team Rocket Grunt. And hopefully Totodile will be fully evolved by the time I finish off Proton. So yeah. Anyway, we got a level 7 Rattata. Probably gonna be a one-shot. And we're just continuing along here. Oh my gosh. That's embarrassing. I just got a text from my girlfriend, but you know, mainly guys, this channel is for some guys who've maybe played. It can even be for the younger crowd, but just remember that any guy who played this generation was probably pretty old. You know, maybe, or at least is pretty old by now. But, anyway, we're gonna finish up this, Zubat. Oh my gosh, and actually, my Totodile is going to evolve in this video, so, yeah, get ready for a big upgrade in Croconaw. And I'll just watch you. I'll just let you guys watch this evolution here. There might be a bit of background noise, but I'll try to cancel that out as best I can. And actually, guys, we're just gonna keep rolling here. I think we're just gonna go ahead and talk to Proton. And he says he strongly suggests we do not interfere with Team Rocket's business, but I think, guys, at level 21, my Croconaw will learn Ice Fang. And guys, that is actually a move that you may want to keep on your Croconaw for maybe most of the game. There is one better Ice-type physical move, but, you know, I guess I could talk about other water types, possibly. We did mention Slowbro, Gyarados. Dugong is probably pretty underrated as a water-ice type. And Lantern is just all around a really good Pokemon. I would say it even got a buff in this generation from where it was back in Gen 2. So yeah, if you want to add a Lantern on your team, it has the Volt Absorb, so electric type moves will not even hit it. But then Proton says he's very afraid for what is to come if we keep on challenging him, but we're gonna keep going. Here's Kurt, and he leads us out of the Slowpoke well. So, and he says we handled ourselves like a real hero. And Red was disbanded by, or Team Rocket was disbanded by Red 3 years ago. I did mention Red in the last video, but he is the original champion. That guy is just an all-around amazing trainer. But anyway, Kurt talks about apricorns, and if you go to him with apricorns you pick on trees, you can go ahead and trade that for berries. Citrus berries are some of the best you can get in the game. And so yeah, anyway, we're gonna try to fight this first trainer in the gym. We're already at the second gym, and it looks like he's just talking about bug Pokemon. I guess I could talk about Caterpie. Caterpie is eventually going to evolve into, I think, Butterfree. Between the two of them, I'd actually prefer Beedrill. But Yanmega is actually probably a preferred bug type, at least in competitive battles. But you know, I have my opinions on competitive battles. Anyway, are you guys excited for the new remakes of Black and White 2? Because they are coming out with Black and White 3, and yeah, I'm excited. I think it's going to be right after Christmas. It's always about 2 years, 2 years after the earliest game was released, or excuse me, the latest game was released. And I'm looking forward to Black and White 2. Of course, I have not played some of the newer generations. But yeah, I have my favorite team members from Black and White and Black and White 2. I remember, and I thought that the Black and White games were super well done. Super futuristic. You had Castelia City that was one of the biggest cities ever in Pokemon. And actually, guys, we're coming up on Goldenrod. And Goldenrod is actually one of the biggest cities in all of Pokemon too. So we have that to look forward to. What is to come is I'm gonna be catching my third team member. I'm not gonna spoil it. Anyway, here's Beedrill, and I'm almost out of bites, but we're just gonna continue. Oh, he flinched. Look at that. So Beedrill was no issue, but yeah. Other bug type Pokemon that could be good for you guys are Pinsir. You have to headbutt a tree, I think, for Pinsir. Unless he's an event Pokemon. I've never really been able to figure out how to use Pinsir. I've watched some walkthroughs of guys using Pinsir, and he's a pure bug type. He is not a bad Pokemon, actually. He'll still get Brick Break and potentially Mega Horn. But there is potentially another bug Pokemon in Scyther. And if you trade evolve it with the Metal Coat, it'll evolve into a Steel bug type, which is one of the most interesting typings in all of Pokemon. Anyway, I fell asleep. And I do not think I have... Oh, I have one awakening. How about that? Let's go ahead and heal that up. And guys, you want to save your rare candies, guys. You do not want to burn your rare candies on the gym. Anyway, yeah, I'm recording, so I'm gonna have to do one take of this, most likely. It might mean training events before Bugsy, but we're gonna have to decide what is best. Anyway, here's a double battle. It actually might be the first double battle in the game. But anyway, we're gonna attack Spinark with Bites and Ladybug with Thundershock. You gotta remember Ladybug is a part flying type. And that should probably take care of both those Pokemon right off the bat. So, yeah, no problem at all. And guys, we're all the way up at 17. 17 for Flaffy and 19 for Croconaw. I think in order to fight that last trainer, gonna have to hit that button. Yes. Oh no, here's the other switch. Anyway, guys, yeah, this is gonna lead me to Bugsy. Unfortunately, I do not think I'm quite ready for Bugsy yet. I'd want to go back and heal anyway. And Bugsy actually has a really powerful move this early in the game for his Scyther. U-turn is super powerful. And anyway, we're going to do something a little different. There's actually one more thing you can do in Azalea Town if you're feeling up to it, and I'm pretty sure we can go ahead and take care of this part of the game. And plus, I want some more experience from my Croconaw. I really want my Croconaw to learn Ice Fang at level 21. It's really going to help on that Scyther who's part flying type, so let me just make sure I have a good set here. Yeah, it looks like Croconaw is almost up to level 19. Guys, I think we're gonna have to do a little bit of training. I do not want to have to re-record this, and I'm not sure I can even face my rival to the west here. We're just gonna do a little bit of training here. This is actually not a bad route to do some training on. And I think, guys, we're gonna wrap up this video after we get 1 or 2 levels on my Croconaw here. I think the rival's starter is all the way up at level 18. And I'm not feeling too confident that my Croconaw or Flappy could take out this my rival's babies, but anyway, there's level 20, and we're gonna keep rolling along here. So everything should be a one-shot, and I'm just gonna probably get a level on here. I have about maybe 7 minutes more of this video. And I think that should just about wrap up this video, so, yeah, I guess, I might just do this off screen, but, yeah, I guess we have a little bit of time. I can go ahead and, just rant on about, I guess the Black and White games. You know, the Black and White was a phenomenal game. It was Gen 5. It was the last generation before they made the 3DS, and I have to tell you guys that Gen 5 was one of my favorites. I think a lot of Pokemon fans felt like Gen 5 was their favorites. And any kid who grew up with Black and White, I give them credits, because I always played Hoenn, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. But anyway, some of the cool Pokemon in Black and White are... one Pokemon in particular that really struck me out as probably a game changer was Haxorus. And of course, the 8th gym leader, whether you fought, well, they're both Dragon type masters. And yeah, they both had hacksaws. In Black and White 2, the champion, I think her name was Iris, had a pretty high-leveled Haxorus, and one of the things that makes Haxorus such a strong Pokemon is the fact that Iris had the Focus Sash attached to her Haxorus, so it could potentially live a hit in the red and dish back a Swords Dance, Dragon Claw combo, or I think it knew about an 80 power Dragon move back when he fought her in the day. So yeah, she was not too bad. Anyway, yeah, I'm excited for the Black and White 3 remakes. I think they'll be some of the best games to date, maybe. I never got into Scarlet and Violet. I've actually played up to Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon with those generations. I played the remakes of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I never really got into them. One thing I did not like about Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire was not necessarily the Mega Evolutions, but in game you could go ahead and pick up a Latios or Latios right before the 6th gym Winona. And I thought that was kind of unfair that you could get a legendary that early. In terms of generations, they make the newer generations a lot more, still challenging, but it's getting very confusing with some of the new Pokemon. I can sort of keep up, but I'm not all there with everything on that. There is probably a super powerful Poison Dragon type Pokemon that I've heard of. And that is one of the best Pokemon in that generation. But who's your guys' favorite legendary? I can tell you I have my favorite legendary. Of course, one of my favorite legendaries is Mewtwo. I thought Mew was super rare in Generation 3 in Emerald. I could not even find a Mew to save my life, but yeah, my favorite legendary is actually Rayquaza from Generation 3. Rayquaza, and plus, yes, nowadays it gets a Mega Evolution. I think its base stats are up there in the 780 or around 780, I think, for Rayquaza as well as Mewtwo. Mewtwo Y is probably the better choice over Mewtwo X. But yeah, I have to say Mewtwo Y is Mewtwo is probably the best Pokemon of all time. Let's not argue about it. Anyone who watched anyone who watched the Pokemon the first movie knows what I'm talking about, just how strong Mewtwo was. That Pokemon is, a lot of Pokemon get banned from competitive battles. Mewtwo was a legendary, and most legendaries back in the day at least were banned from competitive battles. I don't know if they might have changed that rule nowadays. But anyway, guys, we're almost up to level 21. And I'm feeling confident with my levels that I can go ahead and take on Silver with the level 21 Proton. Anyway, other Pokemon that got banned from competitive battles back in the day, back in Hoenn, was this Pokemon called Salamence. One of the best dragon flying types in the game. It was just so fast and its attack was so high. And it even had the Intimidate to make things even worse. And that Pokemon back in Generation 3 actually got banned from competitive battles. But anyway, guys, we're just about wrapped up. I think we're gonna get up the level here. And we're gonna go ahead and take on we're gonna do a lot more in the next video. So there's a lot more to come. And yeah, there's level 21, and at level 21, like I said, I'm gonna learn Ice Fang, so we're gonna go ahead and get rid of Scary Face. I do not need that move anymore. And guys, we're gonna wrap up this video right about now, so thanks for watching, and leave a comments on who your favorite Pokemon of all time is in terms of a legendary. And I would be happy to hear what you guys have to say about it. I'm just going to save, like I said, I'm on an emulator. So we're going to have to save quite a bit. I want to make sure the screen pops up. It's still not popping up. Why is this not happening? Oh, whatever. I'm just going to end the video. All right, bye.